Have a good one.
I appreciate the follow. Thank you. Game Lover 227. That is really the best voice actor. This guy is so tough to find. I know he can go. Oh, no. I don't even know if I can kill him. It's an elite. Level 12 or something. Maybe even 14. He might have already been dead. I might be. Well, I know he can go actually off the coast. I think we caught him. Yeah, all the way out here. All right, I'll go check. Because I've also caught him all the way up here next to Org. It's a huge pathing area. It's this whole coastline and all the way out down here. It's weird they would put the marker for it right there, though. Let me go up to the northeast and get a look over here first, just in case he's like moving back up. I can turn the shininess, the reflections on the water off. Son of a bitch. Oh, there he is. Oh, what the hell? Horrible timing. Okay, great. So I have no staff skill, which really sucks. Oh, no way. Hide from drowning while fighting him. How stupid. We would have killed him too. Alright, I'm gonna get him this time. Wasn't paying attention. That's so stupid. On my part. Of course I can't drink water while I'm swimming. There you go. Through the rock. Nice. It'd be nice if Spirit Tap would tick just once. I never really can tell if people are just not like they don't have English as their first language, which is understandable, or if they're just morons. Oh, I thought that was the total damage numbers right there. I was like, how am I fourth above the row? How does the row get caught? What did he do? Wish I had power word death or whatever so I could steal some kills for spirit tap. Oh, why? Why? Yeah, I think English is a second language, so I don't know what that word is. Oh, oh God, that stupid rogue. I don't even know where to start, dude. Like, why would you pop out of stealth right in front of them? I don't know how he expected that to go any other way. I keep on like getting ready to start it on all like, oh, you should do this, don't do this, blah blah. But it's like the whole thing, dude. The whole thing's just not correct, and it makes it even worse with us being so low level. Like, I don't have the heal output or the mana to be able to just cover for it. Like, fire, so the shaman and this druid are doing good. Soul is doing pretty. He's doing alright. Griden, he just keeps doing dumb stuff. Like, he's doing good damage and everything. He's just doing dumb stuff. Like, he seems to have zero awareness of the fact that when he comes out of stealth, that means that things can see him now. You know what I mean? Like, he plays as though he's invisible all the time. I'm gonna see, are these guys like in a guild together or something? Because I can't think of any other reason. Equal, gobble. I can't think of any other reason why. Nope. Well, then I'm vexed. I don't know. Where are you going, homie? That's not it. I maybe forgot a quest item. Hopefully they'll get it together now. I just want to get through. and be done with this. I would say, well, at least we got the brunt of it down, but we still have two more packs like that. There he goes. Okay. Oh, I thought that was the rogue again. All right, that was. Pulling back here. There you go. We might be able to do this. It'd be much better if I could reliably snag kills from them just to get. Damn it! I wish my spirit tap was 100% chance. I said we got a spirit tap, baby. I spirit tap again. Oh, face pulling. What are you doing? Oh, that went bad. I had the heals for this though. Jesus Christ, here, on me. You stupid motherfucker. No, not on you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Aha, like it's some revelation, like I wasn't just fucking telling you repeatedly, right here. Not there, here, here. Nice, Spirit Tap. That's the only way I can get mana with these people. Nice, no Spirit Tap. Okay, we might actually get through this. That's a little painful. Very annoying. He's doing a lot better now. Too major. Honestly, it's not even the classes right now, dude. It's just, it's the players. At least it's over. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you? What? You see what I mean? Oh, Jesus. No, I'm in it. Yeah, it was like that the whole time, dude. Good God. It's always RFC too, because people just you would think you would see this in Dead Mines a lot too, because that's like the first dungeon alliance side. But something about RFC just brings out the worst. Is he still fighting something? He's fighting something else. Why is he clearing by himself? How is he not dead? Well, good stuff. It was something. It was definitely something. Hey, you ready to watch One Piece?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here. That sucked. I don't want to do this anymore. It's really not as bad when you're a tank because then you can, even if you have idiots, like you can kind of dictate the pace still, so you can prevent them from sacrificing themselves constantly for no reason. But when you're healing, you just gotta kind of like sit back and watch them make repeated mistakes. Not even just mistakes. It was like I didn't. What game did he think he was playing? He legitimately thought that he could just pop out of stealth right in front of two or three other mobs, and like they just wouldn't see him. And then he was surprised when they all jumped on him. He was like freaking out about it. It's like, yeah, you're not invisible anymore, bud. They see you. It's always an undead rogue too. It's always that guy. Hey man, I'm sure it's not just non-stop rocket scientists playing retail. All right, they're not. All the morons aren't here. I'm sure there's an even distribution across all the versions. Even on here, like I said, once you get to 20 or 30 or so, it's like most everybody has a decent handle on stuff. It's just because this is the very first dungeon you do. You're gonna have the people that are new to the game or whatever, and they just don't know how it works. I gotta buy a robe 'cause this is horrible. I shouldn't have even rolled on this thing. Less time to, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I guess when you in classic where you have to like when you get into a room, you got to kind of pick it apart like group by group instead of just taking the whole room and AoEing it down and stuff. And people coming from newer MMOs probably just don't expect that, so they're not as conscious of you know where they're standing, what can see them, and all that. Yeah, well, I mean, because you pretty much exclusively do like mythics and stuff, right? I wouldn't expect there to be too many people that were just clueless doing any kind of mythic runs. But we'll filter that down some. That's crazy. Let's do 12 to 15. Yeah, I haven't gotten one either. I was watching they were doing giveaways and stuff, but I gave up on that because there was like 900 people and he would give away like a dozen keys, so And there's like 20,000 people in the queue for beta. And they're doing, I think, 200 a week is what they're giving out, unless they've changed it. But I know that the first 2 weeks it was 200 keys. Aboriginal vest, robe of intellect, eagle. I'll take the sixth spirit. Spirit. Let's take spirit. Yeah, that's the only reason I've been playing this really is just because I wanted to play Eminem, but it's like the odds are terrible. They talked about stopping them all together. That sucks. Yeah, the 20,000 number seemed wrong to me. I don't know. I figured like I mean with something like that, I could see like 5,000 people being interested in it, but 20 is I don't know, I feel like people are registering multiple emails or something. I'm sure what is that level 12 next to so oh yeah, I was seeing on Twitch, everybody puts their level or whatever in their title of their stream and stuff. So I was just like, I would just glance at it, and yeah, people were in the 40s and stuff. I'm like, good God, dude. The thing I was thinking about was like, I can't imagine that they even have that much content done to where the upper levels would even be fun to do to play at right now. Yeah, the only thing I've heard is that whole thing about like a map, like you'd be able to loot a map and it would send you somewhere, and then once you get there, it spawns something, some kind of like a dragon, whatever the hell. And that was like the closest thing to raid content that I've heard them talk about. But they're talking about early access in June, so I would hope they would have something. Really? See, I haven't kept up with. I haven't watched a lot of the dev streams and stuff. I saw like I don't know the names of them. I guess it'd be like where the elves and halflings and stuff start. And it was like a grassy area, foresty. They basically had Kelethan, like a tree city. I had kind of assumed that the reason why I kept seeing desert was just because everything, all the footage was low level, and everybody starts in Shaded Dunes right now. So, or not Shaded, whatever it's called, Night Harbor. Let's see, year 5. Oh, really? Well, I hope it's not all that. That would be kind of disappointing. I'm not expecting like a fully finished game and stuff. I know they're going to be adding, you know, I think they have like a whole continent or something that's not even started on yet. But I hope there's some variety, you know. I don't mind the desert. Like I enjoyed Row and stuff in EverQuest as much as the next person, but you got to have a little bit of variety. Otherwise, what's the point in going different places? Yeah, are they doing that right off the bat? Because I wasn't sure. Are they expecting a subscription right off the bat during early access, or are they just going to do like a box price type thing, like you pay $20, $30, whatever? Oh well, hell, that's just as good as what I got. Hmm. Yeah, I know once they launch, it's going to be just like a subscription and that's it. But I didn't know if they were going to be changing it for early access or not. Yeah, I mean, the main reason why I would like that better, or I prefer them sticking with the subscription, is because it's like less incentive for them to add in, bullshit microtransactions and everything. Because with like Pantheon and stuff, they just wanted people to pay the initial cost, the box price, and that was going to be it. And then they're in financial trouble now because of it. So it's like, I mean, I understand they have to keep money coming in, but I guess I would rather that come from a subscription than microtransactions because they have ruined so many different games, nickel and diming people, or giving unfair advantages. Yeah, it's more. Yeah, yeah. I'm just, I was doing something. I can't think of what I was doing. Oh, let's go turn that. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about that, the timing, because I'm not going to say it's the same as Ashes of Creation, but I had the same feeling of it being. I mean, just like a few months ago, they were just talking about doing stress tests, and now they're saying early access launch, which you can call it early access all you want, but if you're charging money for it and it's on a store to buy, you're releasing the game. You know what I mean? That's no matter how many disclaimers you want to put out there, it's the same. You're selling the game to people. So it just seemed like a very fast jump. Oh, well, Brad McQuaid wasn't involved in Monsters and Memories, unless you're talking about Pantheon, because he wasn't involved in that before he died. Yeah, no, I know the whole thing about Vanguard. I played that too. Yeah, I mean they kind of are. They're both claiming to do the same thing, but between the two, I do have more faith in Monsters and Memories over Pantheon, though. Yeah, I played it. I can't. I don't know if I made it. Leveling takes so long in that, dude. It's a long, which isn't bad. I mean, it's not a game like WoW where you're trying to get to the level cap to do the content that matters or whatever. It's more of like I don't know if there was anybody at level cap when I was playing. There might have been, but I never saw one. For on midnight, you're talking about 12 hours. That's a long time, buddy. 12 hours. No, I'm comparing it to EQ, where like 12 hours is like if I get one yellow of my level in 12 hours, that was a productive day, you know? Well, yeah, EQ is a lot of sitting. That's for mana regen purposes. Oh, yeah. Well, I was a paladin, so I didn't die. Everybody else died. That was the one good thing about being a pally is you just never die. But yeah, I was looking into Embers Adrift again because it's been a long time since I played it. It was fun, and there was quite a few people early on, and but as people like you know as you level up and there's more places to go, it kind of thinned out a little bit. I think people just most people I talk to haven't even heard of it is the issue. Like they just don't have any sort of marketing or anything. And I know they were supposed to add like a magic system, but when I played, there was no magic in the game. So as a tank, the way you would taunt stuff is by spitting on it. That's to make it mad at you, which I thought was kind of a funny idea. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, my friend, he kept wanting me to play TBC, and I thought about it a couple times, but I don't know. I didn't. I would get almost to where I wanted to, and I just didn't want to. I just kept hearing weird stuff about it, like them releasing everything in its nerfed state, like post-patch state for some reason. That was a weird one, because that's like even. I feel like that would make progression really boring, because you're already playing like the. It's not bad when you've done it 20 times, because then it's just like, oh, cool, we can save some time now. That's easier. But when you're doing progression, you want, you know, the risk of a wipe. Well, if they keep doing the, like I said, like releasing stuff nerfed and everything, then it pretty much, unless you're just really into TBC, which my friend, he's really into TBC, because that's when it was, when it was actually TBC, like that was the latest expansion back in like 2007. Me and him played that a lot. That was like the main expansion that we really played the end game in. I might. The only thing that made me kind of want to go back to it was the arenas. I really like Burning Crusade Arena. Oh, okay. Where do you V40? That's crazy. Well, is it like a battleground like the way I would know it, or is it like a winter grass type deal? You know what I'm talking about? Like open world, or not open world, I guess, but like a event, you know? Or is it like battleground, like you queue up and there's just an objective and all that? Gotcha. Yeah, they're adding. I was looking at the patch notes for Turtle Owl's next, the patch coming up soon, and they're basically making a vanilla version of Eye of the Storm. So instead of it being in, Netherstorm or wherever it is, it's going to be like RFK theme. So you're going to have like all the thorn things everywhere and stuff, but it's, the map is set up just like Eye of the Storm. Isle of Conquest. That's not Wintergrass, but that's what I was thinking of. Isle of Conquest. That's pretty cool. Do you play any arenas? Because I liked battlegrounds. They could be fun, especially if you like just get a new weapon and want to run around smashing people. It's fun. But I always viewed arena was like my thing I like to do. Everything else was just to get me things I wanted to do arena with. Open world only. 'Cause, 'only. 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 'Cause, Could randomly fly at times too. That's interesting. Oh, FFA. See, that's one of the things that with them kind of blurring the lines between the factions and making it to where in the lore it doesn't really, they're not like at war really. They're always teaming up against the greater evil. I was like, then why don't they just have like a PvP server that is basically free for all, like EverQuest PvP? Because most of the time the people I get the angriest at are the people on my faction. Oh, dude, it was so fun. It was insane. The level of just hate and vitriol that was in EverQuest PvP servers. Like it literally, there were feuds that were started in like '99, whenever at EverQuest launch, that persisted until Project 99 Red, and still are going today. Like I think a group of those guys just went. I saw some stuff where they were going to Quorum or whatever, but there's not really. I think they were going there and they were flagging PvP with the Discord guy or whatever, the priest of Discord. But yeah, it was a bunch of hateful middle-aged men when I experienced it, and it was very fun. They had to make changes. Yeah, they're a problem, dude. Oh god, going to Sky. So a lot of times on EQ servers, PvP servers, it'll end up being like a one guild because of the, all the bosses being in the open world. It'll just be one guild that kind of dominates and they become a super guild because everyone just absorbs into them. And then they'll have like infighting, so then people will break off and leave and form a new guild. And it was pretty much that as a cycle on P99 Red. And so I was in one of those splinter guilds at one point in time. And just the amount of time that we sat in Plane of Fear and Plane of Sky just trying to harass the main raiding guild was like, I would be kind of ashamed to find out how much time we sat there. Yeah, Fancy. Yeah, Fancy the Bard. He was like the first. He was on. He was on Valenzek or Talonzek, I think, back in the day, and would just train people in Oasis of Mara with sand giants. And this is in like, the early days of EQ, so everyone's computer was shitty, so like you couldn't really react quickly. Yeah, they actually had to make. At first, they didn't have any rules against training and stuff like that on P99 Red, but they ended up having to add them because it got to be so bad. Like we would have bards just constantly kiting entire zones of raid mobs, just so that as soon as they ported in, the bard would just run into the group of, I think it was Nihilum at the time that had a problem with. Just kite them right into Nihilum, let the mobs kill them, and then let the whole train destroy the raid. There's not one vendor around here. Just trainers, fuck it. Alright, well, I'm gonna log for a little bit. I'm gonna go watch One Piece with my fiance. See you, man. It was good talking to you. I might be back on tonight. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna have to watch that video you sent, though. I'm gonna copy that link down before I exit out, actually. Got it. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna check that video out, too. I'll see you in a little bit, man.